Okay, we are live. Yes, indeed, we are live, and it's been a little while. I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's just kick off the bat with that. Okay, it's been a little while, right? Been a little bit busy, but all good things and all well, some exciting things, some just pretty basic things, but yeah, just to give you a little update on life the last few days, which is why I haven't really been here or haven't really been involved in the channel too much over the last few days is because I was in London on Tuesday shooting something for a company called gambling.com, which has thankfully it's not actually a gambling company. So they kind of like are a booking.com for gambling, but they wanted to do a new football show. So I joined them with someone from AFTV to do a little show with them. And then yesterday I was actually in where was I? I was in thank you for the gift on TikTok. I was I was in London again shooting with Franco Manca, which is like a well-known pizzeria in London and different parts of the UK as well. Don't know if they're around Europe a lot. I know there's a couple in Italy actually, but yeah, and we ended up doing some good stuff over there. So last few days have just been kind of in and around the place, but now we are back with the typical Manchester United content. And before we get going, let's like up the show, like up the video, like up the live wherever the hell you are watching this because we've hit some really cool milestones lately. Like I have to say thank you to all of you who has helped the YouTube channel get to 8,000 subscribers. 8,000 subscribers on the Red app / YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this. That's sick, to be fair. Like I know we are short of our 10K target of what we were trying to hit before the beginning of the season, but it is what it is. And we had a really good time building it. And I'm still going to keep going. And Luke, casually, always saying, how is the fam and how is everybody? We're doing well, my friend. Just going to change up how that looks. Yeah, we are doing very well. Thank you. Everyone is doing well. And we're staying together through it all. Already, Luke is saying follow Opposite Nation on Twitch and TikTok, which is the gaming channel that myself and my girlfriend have started up. People are talking about Baleba. People are talking about Sancho. I feel like that's where we're gonna kick the live off to begin with. Okay, we are absolutely going to kick the live off with the breaking news that Jadon Sancho, we have received an offer for him. And I just want to talk to you about it. If you don't know the news, first of all, that is the news. It is breaking right now. But I want to kind of get your opinion on something because something is confusing me, right? Something is really confusing me about the Jadon Sancho deal. Nothing to really get scared about or to get weary about, but something just to kind of explain to me because I really don't understand why it's happening the way that it is. I'm just trying to find a picture of Jadon. I must have tried to get him off my screen as much as possible, and I'm having to scroll quite far down to try and get it. Jesus, surely I've got a picture of him somewhere on this computer. Just bear with me while I find that. But have you guys heard the news? I mean, what do you think of it so far? Do you know what the news is? Do you have a certain feeling towards it? Are you quite happy about it? Are you open to it? Are you open to different avenues of a way for him to leave the club? Because, you know, people are starting to get a little bit concerned. You know, I've only got him in a Chelsea shirt, so that might as well, you know what, that's better than anything because that's where his head is probably still at. So let's just do this. I mean, when it comes to Jadon Sancho, we all know that it just wasn't going to work out at Manchester United. He knew that it was time for him to go, and he knew that he wasn't going to get any game time here. And let's be honest, he knew he wasn't welcome. Straight away, Gaz is saying, I won't believe him leaving until he's gone. But the fact of the matter is that there has been, by the way, wherever you are, get the likes up. Let's see if we can get to 20K on TikTok. We've got 70 people in it. Let's get to 20K if we can. And then let's also get to the magic 100 on YouTube. Meanwhile, I'll get to the subscriber count in a little while. But let's go with the Jadon Sancho news. If you are new and you don't know what's happened, Roma are the ones that have come in and have offered £20 million. That's the overall offer for Jadon Sancho as a package. And the only thing that's been a bit weirded out by it, I mean, Fabrizio Romano has released it. It is clear that this is a clear avenue for him to go down. It seems like club-to-club talks have gone well. We're pretty happy with it, and we don't have to, like, succumb to too many things in these negotiations, but it's purely down to Jadon and how we structure this deal. First of all, Luke saying, look, already dropping the super chat love, which I'm very thankful for. Thank you, Luke. And everyone, bear in mind, if you are new and you want to get your channel, your comment featured, drop a super chat is the easiest way, or become a member. We haven't had a few in a while, but I'm going live today. I'm going live tomorrow. Hopefully with some more Sancho / Baleba news. And I'm also going live on Saturday before the Arsenal game with an Arsenal fan for our very first episode of Football Frenemies. And I won't be able to go live on Sunday for the game, unfortunately, because I might be able to go. So I might be able to capture some really cool stuff at the game. Hopefully I'll be with Ramel. I'll be with a few other people. But yes, so that's a bit of an announcement. I might be going to that game. So I will give you guys an update on that in tomorrow's live if I'm able to go to the game or not. But yeah, and also thank you to you all, because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do anything or go anywhere when it comes to Man United. So I appreciate you very, very much. And Ice Cream Van Chime says, Dev, I just want to say your videos make my day. Whoa, you're very jolly and make me laugh with your humor. I just want to say how much I appreciate it, and I'm trying to become a regular on this channel. Bro, you're welcome. Come here, as in you're welcome to be here, not you're welcome about but you know what I mean. But thank you very much. And yeah, everyone's names is looking a bit weird because YouTube has decided it has to be your handle rather than your actual username rather than the handle. I don't know why. Meet up with fans before or after the Arsenal game? Absolutely. I'll say exactly where I'm going to be. I'm going to be filming stuff with fans, hopefully. So if you're down at the game and you spot me, let me know. I'll be near the Trinity statue and I'll be catching some stuff with some fans about an hour and a half before kickoff. So feel free. Definitely come around if you can. Thank you for sharing the live, Tansy, and let's get the likes up. We're on 2K. Let's get it down to get it up to 20. And we need more people in YouTube as well. So if you want to join the YouTube live, click the link in bio and come over, and we will do that. And like Adrian says, we're going to be doing our fantasy squad. He's trying to see my ball knowledge. We're going to be building the fantasy squad today, as well as some quick fire questions and predictions about how the Premier League season is going to go. Who's going to get relegated? Who will make Europe? Stuff like that. So, yeah. Thank you so much for all the support you guys have given. And just a final note on the Sancho thing, because I'd like to move on from it. It is 20 million quid that we've been offered from Roma, but it does seem a bit weird that we talked about the bid first coming in as 20 million pounds, but also it's not. There was just a little line from Fabrizio Romano saying we're also open to a loan with an obligation, and it's like, well, no, I'm not. I want him to leave. I want him to go and get the money for him right now. And one thing I want you all to bear in mind with any fee when it comes to him is he's on 250k a week in terms of wages, or 220, whatever it is. We've already got 5 million in from Chelsea, which people seem to be forgetting. If we get 20 million on top of that, then over the course of the year, we've made a saving / sale of about 30 to 33 million pounds overall. So that, I'll be honest, is good. And we need to just get him out of the football club. And I agree with what Luke is saying. We can't loan this man. He needs to be gone as far away as possible. And Soham, always joining the lives and always showing some love, said get him gone permanently. And AA Dink is saying good. Need to get him out of the club and lessen the negative energy. Should get as much cash as possible, possibly permanent. Should also help with FFP. Completely agree. And that is it on the Jadon Sancho news. And the last bit of transfer news before we get into building my FPL and before you guys can rip the hell out of my FPL team is the news that has been circulating pretty recently around footy edits. We'll get to that because I need to make that decision myself. It's about Carlos Baleba. So today, the same news outlet which reported that Carlos Baleba was going to Brighton about 2 weeks before it happened has now reported that we've agreed a deal with him. That's been their report. There's nothing much beyond that. We don't know how that's going to happen. We don't know really the numbers. They're talking about 112 million euros as an overall package, which is like 90 million quid overall. Don't know how much up front or whatever, but if that's the case, absolutely, you got to go and get him. But that is what they're thinking of doing, and it is. We'll just have to wait and see. There's no use getting into it further. I'm waiting until potentially tomorrow, Saturday, or maybe even next week on when we get actual solid news about Baleba, but it is a lot. So let's just wait on him because I think it is a bit too much to go for. And then with some news that I've just seen someone mention in the chat, which was about Sekou Kone. So if you don't know, Sekou Kone, God bless him, he did suffer a big injury yesterday, or what looked like a big head injury in a I don't know what the cup was, but it was against Tamworth. It was against men's players. And yeah, unfortunately, he has received something pretty bad in terms of a head injury. So the game had to be stopped. You know, it's bad when at that level you have to actually stop the game. But he is conscious. He's talking. He seems to be okay. They're going to keep running tests on him. And I just hope he's all right, because that's something where you could have had your life ended, let alone your career. So I really hope he's okay. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens with him, frankly. Thank you for the gifts on TikTok as well. Thank you, Reese, for saying that. And I say, let's get into it. Let's get into it, because we always talk about transfer news. We always talk about the same thing kind of over and over again. Now it's time for FPL. Now, I just want to get it out early. I suck at FPL. I'm really bad. And the thing is with it, it's like I often have to caveat my FPL predictions by saying I'm not going to be the kind of guy who automatically will look at so many different FPL channels, or will this player play here? Will this player play there? I just don't care that much about it. I will kind of dip in and out and kind of make some subs here, make some subs there, bring off the bench and all that. I think personally that everyone shouldn't even be allowed to change their players or to substitute, or you can have 3 transfers in the whole season. Let's let that be a rule. But then everything else, you got to stick with it. If your player gets injured, tough. If your players aren't performing well, sucks to be you. It should be what you've predicted at the beginning of the season and then what happens now. Because no one's going to... So if Salah last season, when he had 20 odd goals and then they stuck him in the team and took someone out, that's not a reason to win for me. I think personally, you should just get on, you do your one thing and that's it. Straight away, someone's mentioning Danny Welbeck, which is already a good shout. Nick is getting all Sabrina Carpenter on me, saying, please, wanting to get into this. And Ice Cream Banchimes is says you're doing a league with your brothers. You're so excited. Good stuff. Well, I am doing it. I am absolutely doing it. And wait until the end, or come on to Instagram or TikTok, wherever you want to watch this, because I will be making a league. I said it that I was going to make a league, and I am going to, right? I promised. So here we go. Let's get into this right now. I'm going to have to share my screen. Sounds like I'm at work. There we go. And here we are. My fantasy team, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I've literally not populated a single player, and we are having to get everything sorted right now. And Invest Bible, can I just say, someone on TikTok has just taken the piss and said, oh my God, he's making a leave. What drama? The giveaway I'm giving for the winner of this, by the way, is going to be mad. So I've already sorted that out. There is going to be a league. There is going to be not a giveaway, but there is going to be, for the winner of that, there is going to be a mad prize at the end of the season. So please do just click the link, link in the description on YouTube. Follow me on all the socials so you don't miss it, and you make sure that you join up the league when you can. Or maybe while I'm here, I'll be able to just start the league straight away so you guys can see it. But let's get straight into it. And obviously, I'll be looking at this screen quite a lot, which means I won't be able to see your chats quite often. On TikTok, I can see it a little bit more clearly. But click the link in bio, come over to YouTube, subscribe so that you can actually see the team that I'm building. And also, with everyone on YouTube, if you can drop a super chat or drop a membership, that's absolutely fine. But honestly, I'll find it difficult to see that. So I don't want you doing that today. Just enjoy the show. And to be honest, I don't want you doing that anyway. You should just be enjoying the show regardless. But you know what I mean? All of you supporting the live really means a lot. And let's just get the likes going and build this channel up to where it's supposed to be, because we're on 8,046 subscribers. So we need all of you on TikTok now to come over and subscribe. 8,046 is good. We're trying to hit 10K at some point this season, maybe by the international break. Who knows? But that's what we want to do. And honestly, Luke, I agree with you. This should be a rule that you're not allowed to change teams at all. That is the one thing that you have to do. But yeah, I think there is a reason why we need to just make this as simple as possible. But anyway, let's get into the team. So we're looking at goalkeeper straight away. From last season, when I have built teams, I always like to look at where they were last season, who they're playing for now, because that just makes the most sense. The first player, without even thinking, the first player I was going to go for was Dean Henderson, just because he's going to play every single game. Crystal Palace do leak a lot of chances. and he outperforms a lot of the time. So Raya was obviously going to be one. He's a bit more on the expensive side. Stells is a really good option for Nottingham Forest. I just don't see Nottingham Forest playing as well as they did last season. And any other option at 5 mil, I just don't think is as good as Henderson. So I'm quite happy to keep Dean Henderson as my number 1. And let me get my number 2 sorted just so we can like pad it out. But is the most or the least you can spend on a goalkeeper like 4 million? I feel like it is. Yeah, it is. So I'm just going to pick someone that I think would be good. Hermanson is the one at West Ham who they have just signed. He's at 4.5. If he was at 4, I'd probably go for him. Newcastle have signed Ramsdale, but somehow they've made him a 5 mil goalkeeper, which makes no sense to me. And then looking at some of the other newly promoted teams, you got Benitez, who's just signed for Crystal Palace as a bit of a competition towards Henderson. I don't think he's really going to compete with him that much. Mamardashvili, Pesci, all these lot aren't getting ahead of Addison. Trafford for 5 mil, I think, is really bad value considering they might sign Donnarumma. None of the Brighton goalkeepers are getting in ahead of Bart Verbruggen, who's at 4.5. Petrovic, I think, is too expensive for what he is as well. Hladky is actually a really good player. I think that's Václav Hladky, who played for Salford City. If it is, decent little goalkeeper. But I'm going to go with someone, I don't really have to overthink this too much, let's face it. But I want to go with someone who's got a chance of playing some football, but can ultimately just save me a bit of money. Dubravka might be the option, or Kelleher was my other option as a 4.5 mil goalkeeper ahead of Henderson, because I think he will start for Brentford. I'm just going to put Kelleher in there now, actually, because is he injured? Oh, this is what I mean, man. 75% chance of playing. Okay, let's not do that. I'm going to go for now, Dubravka. Let's get into the YouTube comments. What are you guys all saying? But those are the 2 goalkeepers I've gone for so far. Johnston is decent. Ortega. I'm not sure about Ortega. Dev, take Onana just for the memes. Bro, I'm not taking Onana. Sunderland's goalkeeper. Who is Sunderland's goalkeeper? Who is their goalkeeper, actually? What, Moore or Patterson? Patterson's he's actually a good goalkeeper, but I'll be surprised if Sunderland don't sign another goalkeeper before the end of this transfer window. Johnston is decent. I hear that. Just get Dubravka. Yeah, Dubravka's fair. Neto, not sure. Did you just call him Ella Henderson? Did I? I didn't mean to. Dev, will you put in Wan-Bissaka? Well, what do you think so far about my goalkeepers? I'm choosing Dubravka and Dean Henderson. What do you think? Who have you guys had in your FPL teams? Because let me know. I need as much help as possible, and get the likes up to 20k if we can. And click the link in bio and subscribe and join the YouTube show, because I'm building it live on YouTube right now. For God's sake, Luke, already you got to talk about Tanaka. Allow it. Allow it with Tanaka. You got Mbermo and Bruno in your team from United. Fairs. Mbermo, I think, has to be in there. Bruno, I'm a little bit unsure about, because he's going to be the most expensive player. But, will he get in ahead of all the other players, in terms of the numbers? It is Bruno, so he probably is. But yeah, those are my 2 goalkeepers. Any thoughts on my goalkeepers? Because I'm quite happy with them. Don't judge me when he does bits, Fairs. But Henderson's playing Chelsea. Bro, this isn't about who they're playing or what they're doing. I don't give a crap about all that. Just who am I having for the whole season? I don't care. James, I will be putting in my league code on YouTube. So click the link above, come over and subscribe. All of you do that, actually, because after this, I'm going to be building the team and I'm going to be setting up the league, and you'll have the code all there. So let's do it. And I'm going to make a video on TikTok after the fact explaining who I've gone and why I've gone through them. But then I'll put my league code up at the end as well. You've got Cunha and Mbermo in your team. Fez, you know what? I feel like people are going to watch this because they want to know my ball knowledge. So I'm going to have to actually say what kind of ball knowledge, prove the kind of ball knowledge I've got. So fair play. Let me just build this team and see what I can make of it. Munoz has to be in there. I think he's such an overperformer in that Crystal Palace team. And I just think he's a really good player. I do like the look of having Murillo. I'm just going to populate these and take some in, take some out. Ola Aina, I think, is really good as well. So that's someone to keep an eye on. Demi Mitchell from Palace, I'm not convinced. Sharp, don't think he'll play the minutes. Wan-Bissaka for West Ham is someone I'm probably going to have to look at. Mark Gahey, he probably on his way to Liverpool, isn't he? Let's face it. Dan Burn, Levi Colwell, bless him, is out with a long-term injury. Kanate, Tarkovsky, Livramento, Konza. Konza for 4.5 seems like very, very good value. Dallo, I'm not doing Diogo Dallo at all. Let's see if there's any cheap players in here. You know what? Straight away, Juve. I really like this Juve kid that they've signed, the Senegalese player. So I think that's a really good one to go for personally. I'm going to go for Juve at 4.5 million. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Takai, why is he not playing? Is he injured as well? Wow, he only just signed. That's a shame for Takai, but any Sunderland in here? I mean, Masuaku, they just signed. I just don't see myself going for any Sunderland players, I'll be honest. Jair Cunha, never heard of him. Chiao, who's obviously just signed for Newcastle for 40 odd million pounds, so they're gonna play him. Diego Leon, how is he the same amount of money as Juve? Diego Leon should be a £4 million player, and I would have got him at that money. Frimpong for 6 mil. I can see why he's 6 mil because he's the marauding fullback, but I'm not paying that. Asnu of Everton, they've just signed him as well from Bayern, so probably more inclined to play him than anybody else. Souza just signed for Palace. We got Anselmino of Chelsea, who was just rotting in that team, frankly. Coppola, Bascagli, Diakite of Bournemouth, Sambo of Burnley. No Burnley defenders, let's face it. Burnley defenders wouldn't be a bad shout, would it? Let's be honest. Mosquera for 5.5 for Arsenal, really? That seems expensive. Meghoma, Malasia, God forbid, he's got to go. Fredrickson, Mosquera of Wolves. Amas, he'll be gone as well. Bolly. Yeah, I'm not seeing much value here. Bogard, Badiashile. Kuzanov for 5.5. Are you mad? Kraft. He shouldn't be playing much. Dorgu. Ooh. 4.5 million, Patrick Dorgu. He's an option for sure. Yoro is 4.5 as well, but I think I'd rather go for fullbacks. I know I've gone for Murillo there. Murillo I might have to take out, but I think Dorgu is actually a snip at 4.5. You know, Dorgu is definitely worth it. I hear you, Peter. What are you saying on YouTube? Yes, Dorgu is in my team. Okay. Let's see who else. Van de Ven for 4.5. Get in the team. Get in the team right now. Skelly is 5.5. I hear you. Calafiori. Arsenal, I feel like an Arsenal midfielder would be a good shout. But you know what? Those 5, I'm quite happy with that. It's most likely that I'm going to take out one of the... This is just the... Honestly, this is just my starting team. So what I end up doing, I don't know if this is you lot, but what I end up doing is I just populate them and then I'll get to the end and then make some changes. But let's say if there's any good defenders that I would actually consider. Romero is not scoring very high. That surprises me. But Van de Ven, I feel like, should be better. Well, he hasn't scored much either, and he's quite injury prone. So that might be one to think twice about, to be fair. Delict, of course. Trippier, Bassi, Totti, Kilman, Van Heck. Okay, here we're getting some names that play a lot of football. Mazraoui, of course, but for 5 mil, I just don't see that working out. How is Trevor Chalobah worth more than Dorgu? Like, how did they think of that? Konza. And Konza's eating at me. I feel like Konza's a really good shout. And I'm going to put Konza in for Murillo straight away and save me $1 million. I think that's the way to go. Njai. What? As in Njai, the Everton player? I'll definitely look at him. Shah, Mitchell. Okay. Everyone else I'm quite happy with. I'm happy with that back 5 for now. But let's see what else. Jack, can you also not spam, please, in the chat? It's hard to keep up. And guys, if you do click the link in bio, come over and subscribe on YouTube because that's where you can be able to see the team I'm building rather than just hear me talk about it. But also, if you could drop a super chat in the live show just so I can come back to your comments. I've realized, sorry guys, I know I said earlier, don't bother with super chats, but I realized it actually goes into a separate tab if you drop a super chat or a membership. So I can actually come back and read what you've said. So if you want to drop a super chat, totally up to you. It will get featured on the video as always. So that's my defense. I'm not too mad about that. So far, if you're on TikTok, the goalkeepers, I've got Henderson and Dubravka, and then back 5 of Munoz, Konza, Juve, Dorgu, and Van de Ven. Now I'm looking at the midfield. But click the link in bio, come over and subscribe to YouTube just so you don't miss anything. Salah is 14.5 million. He's 14.5 million. Are you serious? I know he leads the way, but my God. I don't want any Liverpool players in there. I just don't. I'm gonna have to put in Bruno. Bruno is a shoe in at 9 million. Considering that Palmer's 10.5 and Salah is 14, I think he has to go in there. I'm gonna probably put also, can I just point out the top this is why people need to be honest about how good our business has been. The top 5 midfielders in terms of scoring in FPL last year, which means in terms of their stats last year, Bruno Fernandes, Cunha, Palmer, and Burmo Salah. We've got 3 of 5. Come on. You can't be unhappy with that. Jacob Murphy or Josh Murphy, that's a lot of points for you. Semenyo, you know how much I do like Semenyo, and I do actually quite like the idea of a Langa. But at Newcastle, will they be scoring as many goals? Probably not. I will put him in there just as a placeholder. Star or Eze? Mitoma? Szoboszlai? I'm going to put in Szoboszlai because I think he will get all the minutes and he will play a lot of football. Ahmad? Oh my God, Ahmad. Rice? As well? Oh, this is going to be stressful, isn't it? Dango, Watara, Madueke is not getting in. McAllister and Jai, who someone was saying on TikTok just now. Garnacho can get lost. Kudus, interesting. Caicedo again, he'll play a lot of games, but he's not a big points getter, is he? That's the thing you got to think about. Let's see if they got any new signings coming in. Polina. Nah, I'm not seeing that. Shaka of Sunderland is an interesting one. I think these are good value players in terms of Elanga, Szoboszlai, and Bruno. I feel weird having two like Man United midfielders. I think it's a bit too much. Cherky Reinders. Nipan will go out on loan, and so there's no point getting him. Cherky and Reinders though. Verts for 8.5 mil. I prefer to go for Szoboszlai over him, so that's fine. I'll lose no sleep over that. Actually, do I prefer to go for Szoboszlai? I need to check. We've got Trezor, Ramsey. None of these players are really tickling my peach. I'll be honest. But no Liverpool in the team. I hear that, man. I missed Tanaka, did I? How much is Tanaka? You know what? Where is he? Leeds is there. Tanaka, 5 mil. You know what? If there's space at the end to just get a cheap player, I'll get Tanaka for you. Zubimendi. Again, I don't think he'll get a lot of points, though. See, it shouldn't just be based on these sorts of points. I want to think more about the actual game of football. And Burma on the bench with Mount, crazy close-up shop duo. Mate, I can't have Mount in the team. He's only 6 million, to be fair. But I'm not getting Mount in the team. That's for damn sure. Hwang Hee-chan is classed as a midfielder. He's a forward, isn't he? That's weird. Bissouma, no. Ugarte, nah. Cassie, obviously not. Tell, no. Lerma, Sessignon. Semenyo. Semenyo is a shout. Baleba. Mainu. All right, getting to the serious names. How much did he get last season? Baleba. Where is he? Got 87 last season. He's a £5 million player. Oh, that might be something actually. But I feel like I have to get Tanaka for Luke. Not gonna lie. Gundogan last season. I mean, does he even play for them anymore? I don't know. And then, yeah. So, not entirely convinced, but I think that I will go for Mbeumo. And I just want to get him out on that wing. So I'm gonna go Semenyo. Okay, Cunha or Mbeumo. I think Cunha is gonna do more. You know, I don't know why. I do feel like Cunha will do a little bit more than Mbeumo this season. So I'm gonna have to go for him. But I've not got Palmer. I've not got Saka. I've not got Semenyo. I've not got any Arsenal players in here so far. So I feel like Elanga's like the odd one out. I probably shouldn't go for Elanga. But I will come back. This is obviously just I want to see how much money I'm left with at the end. Forwards. So if you've just missed it, we're on YouTube live right now as well, where you can actually see the team. Bruno Fernandes, Anthony Elanga, Dominic Szoboszlai, Antoine Semenyo, and Mateus Cunha are my midfielders. I feel like I do have space for a Salah if I want to bring him in at some point, because this is just my first go at the team, so it won't be my final one, obviously. But yeah, let's keep going. I think this is the shoe-in, really. Haaland has to be in. Like, that's where the majority of my money is going to go. And I feel like you have to do that for Erling Haaland, let's face it. I don't mind the Mateta idea. I think the Mateta idea is good. Evan Nilsson, even Strand Larsen did some good stuff, didn't he? Joao Pedro, Danny Welbeck. God, he got a lot of numbers last season. Rodrigo Muniz. You know how much I love Rodrigo Muniz. Just for the sake of it, I should probably put in Rodrigo Muniz because of how much I've talked about him. But there's a lot of new strikers. There's a lot of new forwards. Obviously, Gyökeres is at 9 million, which is quite cheap for Gyökeres. Thank you for that kind comment, Shay. Marmoush has had a good preseason. You know, I'm putting Gyökeres in just to see how that looks. That leaves me with 7 million, does it? Yeah, 7 million. And Seshko is 7.5. And then if I took out Dean Henderson and put in a goalkeeper, that's 4.5 million. Like Bart Verbruggen, and you know how much I love Verbruggen, then that could actually be a pretty tasty team. Fred is saying Welbeck. The thing is, my front three is Haaland, Gyökeres, and Seshko. I've gone for 3 very big names here. I feel like going for Cunha, though. Like, having 3 Man United... I've got 4 Man United players. I can't do that, can I? Oh, no, I've got 4 Man United players. Who do I sacrifice? I'll probably sacrifice Seshko then. Because I want to keep Dorgu. I think Dorgu, Fernandez, and Cunha is a really good one. You got Pedro, Isak, and Mateta. I can get Mateta as well, I think. I really do think I can get Mateta for 7.5. I can. And I'll have exactly that amount of money. So, and I've got Solanke as an option too. I haven't put any Spurs players in bar Van de Ven. And I don't think keeping... Oh, I haven't even got any Chelsea players. You know what? Joao Pedro. I think Joao Pedro is not a bad shout for that. My front three might be sorted. Yeah, my front three, I've got Haaland, Gyökeres, and Joao Pedro, which I do think might actually... No, I know you're saying, like, Seshko. Everyone wants Seshko. I'm not sure about Bowen, to be honest, but it is a bit too much. Ahmad. Oh, my God, Ahmad. How did you, of all people, not put Verbruggen? I know, Luke. Thank you for the super chat as well. But I just thought if I could get Dean Henderson, I'd stick with him. But fairs. Super chat Dev, I'm a wizard. Yeah, genuinely. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put in Bart Verbruggen. I think my goalkeepers, I'm very happy with. In fact, Dubravka, I just don't like having. Is he their main one at Burnley? He isn't, is he? So I'm gonna put someone else in as a 4 million. Who are the 4 million options for goalkeeper? The best option is going to be Dubravka in it, but you could get a new one like Hladky. Nah. Benitez, no. Darlow, no. Bettinelli, obviously not. Foderingham, more. Nah, the best option is Dubravka in it. That's fine. Defensive. Kelleher 4.5, I know, but I've already got Dubravka. So, yeah. Munoz, I think, has to stay. I think Van de Ven... Do you know what? This actually might be... I'm not very good at this. I really am not good at this, but this might be the team. Like I say, smash the likes and get in the super chats and get everywhere just so you can actually tell me how I'm doing. We're on 8,049 subscribers as well. So if you can click the link in bio, come over. Let's get to 8,050 at least. We've got 25 likes in the show. We need to get that up as well. So if you guys can, if you're on TikTok, link in bio, come over and subscribe. That would be amazing. No, Ahmad is a crime. Yeah, but I do think it'll be better for him. Get Wan-Bissaka over Juve. That might be a shout, actually. Because it isn't. I swear Wan-Bissaka's the same amount of money, no? I swear he is. How much is Wan-Bissaka? 4.5. Yeah, that's a shoe-in. Thank you for that, Luke. That's got to be in. Can you do? Yeah, sorry. You can see this by selected by percentage. Yeah, Frimpong has got 30% of people. Van de Ven has 25%. Yeah, fairs. I do think this might be the team, though. I don't think I need this many starters. That being said, these are all starters for me. But 4.5 million, can you really go wrong? I don't think you can. So the goalkeepers, I'm set. Bart Verbruggen and Martin Dubravka, I'm very happy with that. That is absolutely fine. Porro and Mberma, Cunha, Van de Ven, and Bruno. Uh, I'm not sure about Porro. I don't think I want to spend that much money on a fullback. But so far, I think that might be the team, you know. I would put in Bowen and Wirtz. Van de Ven is getting injured early in the season. True. He does do that a lot, doesn't he? You know what? Let's just see. What 4 million options are there? Or 4.5 max. Okay. He's the best 4.5 million option. Or Gahey. Gahey's up there as well. Alex Moreno, De Kuyper, Juve. Again, a lot of people have picked Juve. Dallo is 4.5 million, but I'm not gonna pick Dallo. Digne. Heaven is 4 million. Bloody hell. Dunk, Van Heck. All right. After last season, what did they do last season? 4.5 mil. Yeah. It does look like Wan-Bissaka is leading the way. So Wan-Bissaka was a great shout. Gahey and Konsa. I don't know why I'd go for Gahey. I've got Konsa, and I'm happy to go for Konsa. I just don't want another £4.5 million thingy, just so I can actually like get a decent option in there. Like Twanzebe, Burnley. I'm going for that because I think he'll play as well. I'm just gonna go for that. Yeah, Twanzebe's 4 mil. Yeah, Peter, that's literally what I've gone for. I would have gone for Heaven, but I'm quite happy with this. So defense is Munoz, Konsa, Wan-Bissaka, Dorgu, and Twanzebe. I'm quite happy with that. Midfield now. This is where it really needs to shake up, I think, because the midfield is not where it's supposed to be. I'll be honest. Carl Walker. How much is Carl Walker though? How much is Carl Walker? Because you think he'll play, wouldn't he? He's 4.5 million to be fair, Carl Walker. I just think he's a bit of a you know what, so I'm just not going to have him. Cole Palmer will be a pick, I know, but I've got Bruno, I've got Elanga, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, and Cunha. Thing is, what's the most? Because all of this front three needs to play, so I'm playing 4 really in here, aren't I? So for that alone, these lot need to be shifted. I need to go for Cunha is my pick. I'm picking Cunha over in Burma. I don't know why. I just think it's a good shout. Honestly, I don't know why. I do think Szoboszlai is a very good option as well. So I think I'm going to have to go for Szoboszlai. Am I? How high is he ranking, really? He's not even that high, is he? Oh, he is, actually. No, Szoboszlai, I think, has to be in there. And then I could go for a cheap option. I could definitely go for a cheap option. I'm just going to bring Cunha into the middle just because it looks nicer. And I'm going to go... So I've got 2 more spots for 14.5 million. I've got Bruno, but I've got 2 more spots with 14.5 million left. And if I go Palmer, I've got 4 million left. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think there's any midfielders for 4 million. Really, the max I want to spend now is 9.5 million. Kudus, don't double United, or you're right. Oh no, I haven't doubled. I've got 3 United players. I'm a United fan. I don't care. Because this is also a thing. Eze, I don't know if I want another Palace player though. Belabor or Wharton. Oof. Get Ola Aina. Semenyo is staring me in the face, man. Semenyo is staring me in the face. But I need to pick my best four, really, because I want to play a 3-4-3. Like, who I'm going to play is going to be Munoz, Wan-Bissaka, Dorgu, and then Fernandes, Szoboszlai, Cunha, and someone else. The Szoboszlai pick seems weak now. It does, doesn't it? Has Baleba agreed with us? No. I just don't want any Liverpool players in here. And you know what? I'm actually quite I'm gonna put this out there. I'm not really in this to win it. I'm in it to have fun. I'm not having any Liverpool players in it. I can't do it. That's what ruins FPL for me. The fact I've got Gyökeres and Haaland and Pedro is enough for me. But I just can't stand the fact that I have to hope that Liverpool win or that they score to get further in FPL. I'm not doing it. I've refused. So I've got 21 million to spend in the midfield on 3 players. I think Semenyo, I'm putting in Semenyo, and I've got 14 million left. And I also think that Eze is a potential good shout, but 7.5. I think I could get a better player for that. Let's see some of the newbies, like Saka, obviously for 10. Saka for 10 could be a decent shout. Have I got a league going? I will be putting the league up at the end of this video. So, mate, link in bio, come over and subscribe to YouTube because I will be putting that league in here. Tielemans, I'm not seeing. Soham, Sar and Reinders. Cherky, nah. I'm not seeing it personally. Let's see some of the new players. This is going to be jarring to go through now, isn't it? Let's just sort this by value. Yeah, because that makes sense. Salah, Verts, Marmouche. Okay, he's had a good preseason as well. Erdegaard for 8 million. You know, Erdegaard is a shout. Erdegaard is a shout. Might have to be Erdegaard, you know. Because he will play every game, won't he? 6 million left as well. For who's the best £6 million player I can get. I'm not doing Savinho. I'm not doing Sharda. I'm not doing Martinelli. I do want a bit of a red herring in there. Semenyo is my red herring. Actually, should he be, though? I'm going to put in Alanga ahead of Semenyo because Bournemouth have been destroyed in the transfer market. So, and they spent a lot of money on Alanga and he is going to play. Will he get assists, though, in that team? We'll just have to wait and see. Gordon's obviously out, so maybe it is a good point to keep him in there. Kluivert's out for a little bit as well. Yeah, this is FPL.com, fantasy.Premier League. Enzo. Nah. Who else? How much money have I got? I've got 6 million left. What's the best player I can get for 6 mil? I do like the idea of Njai. I think it's an interesting one, but not enough for me to change my team around. 6.5. I can't afford it. Ahmad. Ahmad is staring me in the face. I just think Cunha is going to get more than him. I'm picking Cunha over Ahmad. I am. I can live with that. Marino, Tielemans, Jorginho, Ruta, Minter. It's good at Brighton last season. Jacob Ramsey, who's now gone to Newcastle, I believe. Wang Hee Chan. I do want a red herring in there. I just do. Paquetá, Sancho, Joe Linton. God, this is so much stress. Why is this so much stress? I'll be making a league at the end of the video, guys, so stick around for that. Oh, God, Daniel James? Surely not. Gravenberch is 5.5 mil. Like, I would have gone for him, but he's injured. Adingra? No, Hannibal? I think, like, a lot of people have chosen Hannibal, actually. If I short this by team selected. Kudus for 6.5 mil. Yeah, a lot of people have gone for Kudus in it. You know what? I'm going to go Kudus. And then shift out one of these players, maybe. Because if I'm playing 3 at the back, what does it care if I've got another defender that's a bit light? So I might just have to go for... Like, Konza might have to make way for someone. I feel like having 3 Man United players is actually mad. But I'm going to do it. Like, I just am. I'm going to do it. Like, Gyökeres, I think, is good value at 9. I think Pedro's good at 7.5. Haaland is just a surefire thing. You just have to have Haaland, I'm afraid. Like, you just do. So I'm keeping that together. And Kudus, I like. Erdegaard, Cunha, Fernandez. This Elanga pick has got to change for a 6.5 mil player. So let's go 6.5 mil. What's the best player I can get for 6.5? Reinders at 5.5. Njai. Again, it's a red herring. Cherky. Rice. Oh, Rice. Man. This is so hard, and everyone's going to have a better team than me. Reinders. I am with you. I'm just trying to read as much of this as possible. Oh, Tanaka. Yeah. You know what? I did say. Right, where is he? Because Luke has been an absolute legend in the chats and with everything that he does on the channel, I'm going to have to put in Tanaka, which does free up another 1.5 million if I want to go crazy for someone. Like, I think having Erdegaard is fine. And Wan-Bissaka, Munoz, Konza, like, they're all good. Let's just, like, now it's a case of, like, because I think 10.5 buys you Isak, doesn't it? 10.5 buys you Isak, but he's not going to play against Liverpool, or until his move gets sorted, he's not going to play. So I'm quite happy to keep Gyökeres in there and just leave the 1.5 million on the table, or get another goalkeeper. Could get another goalkeeper. Tanaka, I'm purely doing because of Luke, by the way. Yeah. Watch him get injured first game. Legit. Rice over Erdegaard? Really? Rice over Erdegaard? What do you think? Rice over Erdegaard. Or I have the 1.5 million and we go to Disneyland. Yes, Chloe. Love that. That's what we should be doing. That's the option it should give us. Really is. Also, guys, if you're wondering what my team looks like and you're on TikTok, click the link in bio and come over right now to subscribe and actually see the team live. Because everyone can see it live on here. I can't bring it up here because it's just a bit long. So yeah, if you can do that, that would be great. Zubamendi, people are saying to be a good shout. I'm quite happy with this team. Tanaka is just purely because Luke wants him. So I'm going to do it. But I just think everyone else has got a better team than me. Bruno and Cunha, I'm doing that out of the love of the game. I think maybe Dorgu is unnecessary. I think that's overkill, personally. Maybe instead of Dorgu, I'm not going for Liverpool players, so I have to just live by that, I'm afraid. Live by it and probably die by it. I'm going Cucurella. Because he plays all the time, and he actually does get numbers. And Ola Aina as well. I'm going to go Ola Aina, actually. I think Ola... no, I'm going to go Cucurella. Let's see what everyone else has picked. Oh, this is based on who everyone else has picked. Milenkovic, Savage, absolutely not. Kirkej, no, because he's Liverpool. Palmer or Bruno? I've gone for Bruno. Just because I don't want Palmer to succeed. God, my head actually hurts. My head genuinely hurts. So I'm going to just get this out so I can do the next part of the show. Ahmad, I can't do, man. I can't do Ahmad in this. I can't take someone out of here. I really can't. So I'm just going to go for a good defender. Who scored the most last season? Gvardiol was really good last season, apparently. And you know what? I'm going to go for it because Man City are Man City, aren't they? But again, Cucurella's there. No, I'll go for Cucurella. So my final team is Verbruggen, Dubravka as goalkeepers. Defenders are Munoz, Konza, Wan-Bissaka, Cucurella, Twanzebe. Midfield of Fernandez, Cunha, Erdegaard, Kudus, and of course, Tanaka, just because one of my good friends, Luke, told me to. And my forwards are Haaland, Gyökeres, and Joao Pedro. I'm doing it. I'm absolutely doing it. When do I get to put in my name for my team, by the way? Does it have to be Amandev Bajwa? I don't want that to be the name of my team. When do I get to do it? Oh, Luke is added to the Chloe Disneyland fund with a £5 super chat. On a serious note, you two are honestly two amazing people, and all of us appreciate you both a lot. Appreciate you, man. Bro, Luke, you've been in the show all day earlier today. You're one of the very few people in there. You're dropping super chats here. You're doing too much, you are. But thank you very much for your time, and I really appreciate the support on the show. W's for Luke, of course. You put it in before you do your team. Oh crap! What? All right, my team name is that. I don't care. Can I change it? I don't care. I'm entering it. Oh, sick. No, I can enter my team name. I'm just putting Dev FC. That's cool. My favorite team is, of course, Manchester United Football Club. I accept the terms and condition. Enter squad. Okay. There we go. That is my team. And I'm going to switch them out a little bit because I'm going to put in Joao Pedro ahead of Tanaka. Substitute for Pedro. And then I'm putting 3 at the back with Kudus switching out for Konza. And that's my team. Frankly, I don't think that's that bad. I'm actually weirdly happy with that team. I know I've gone very Manchester United focus in the middle, but I don't care, right? That is my team, and I am happy with it. Now, how do I do leagues? I don't know how this stuff works, man. All right, save the team. Yep, all done. How do I do leagues? Oh, create and join leagues. Okay, sick. There's a fan league. There's a team badge league. Bloody hell, it's too much. All right, create or join leagues. Sorry, but the page you were looking for can't be found. What do you mean? Let me join a league. Let me do something. Why won't it let me? Okay, there you go. Create a league. Classic scoring. Yep. Yep. I'm just going to do classic because this is getting too much. All right. I'm going to call it the Dev FC Championship. I need a trophy thing in there. Then it starts game week 1. Yep, fine. Okay. Wait, where's my Dev FC Championship? Invitational Classic Leagues. Okay, that's my league. How do I get people to join it? Oh, this is so annoying. Click on Leagues and Cups. Yeah, I've done it. Can you rate my team? I will do once you add it. The Dev FC Championship. Invite people to join this league. That's my code. There you go. Everyone on TikTok right now, come over to YouTube and subscribe. I'm going to come off TikTok now. Come over to YouTube and subscribe, but also to check out my team and to check out the link that I've just put on the screen. So I've got my code 0 lowercase d 6 RWX, if that helps. But come over to YouTube, click the link in bio and subscribe and make sure that it is that you have joined this league so that we can have you all join in, which would be fantastic. Can we follow the rule that your team is final and 3 changes only? You can't. It only let me do you can't do different thingies, can you? Share league code. Hang on. I can't change the rules of it now, can I? Probably not, mate. I wish I could. I'm just going to see if I can. Create a league and cup. Yeah. Name. How does a cup work? It doesn't. No. I feel like we should all just between us have a gentleman's agreement and say that that's fair. You joined? What was your name before this YouTube thing? Go on, Soham. Okay, Soham has joined. So, first of all, we've got a super chat from Aga saying, generate a badge and make it a plant. Of course, for Luke. I hear you. But first of all, I think this means, Soham, I can take a look at your FPL team now. I'm sure that's what it means. So we've got... Wait. If I refresh it, do you appear? Where are you? View cup info. No, I don't get it. Wait, where's the... I hate this so much. Just let me see what I'm trying to do. Why is it being long? Okay, guys, I need help. I need help. Add league suspensions. Mad, I can suspend people. That's lit. Yeah, what do I do? So you joined it. Here we go. I don't know how to join. How do you join? Please rate it. Do I actually join this thing? Yes, you have to. I can see you. Why can't I see you then? Can someone put the code in the chat? Yeah, someone put the code in the chat, actually. I'll be able to do that, quite frankly. So where is my league? It's there. And cup info. No. Oh, just make it easy. Invite. There you go. Oh, copy auto join link. There you go. The code is here. paste that code into your browsers, and that's that. I'm going to actually pin it because that would make more sense, wouldn't it, Dev? So let's pin that comment there. So I've just pinned the message. So go over and join that league. And guys who are on TikTok, please click the link in bio, come over, subscribe, and join this league. We're going to be on for about 20 more minutes because I'm going to do some predictions for the Premier League. But come over and join that league just so you can enjoy it, and we're going to have like loads of different giveaways throughout the season on who wins in different weeks. But most of all, I'm actually going to do a pretty mad prize for the winner at the end of the season. So make sure that you click the link in the bio and you come over and subscribe and join the league. It's literally in the top comment on the chat. So just come over and do it. And then once it goes live, I'll sort that out as well. But I'm going to remove the screen just so we can actually just look at me for a second. Why was that so stressful? Honestly, it's so stressful. Agaz is in, Nick's in, Valentin's in. All right, everyone's in the chat now, which is lovely. So, yeah, I'm going to leave TikTok now. Click the link in the bio, come over and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, and I'll see you on the next live, which will be tomorrow. Take care, guys. If you want to see the code, link in bio, subscribe. The code is in the YouTube chat. See you soon. Take care. So, yeah, why is it that I can't see any of the leagues now? Or any of the people in here, because it's very jarring to me. Standings data will appear when the league starts. I don't want to see that. I want to see who's actually in my show. Who is in it? Oh my god. Join a league, renew your leagues. Oh, this is so annoying, man. This is so annoying. By the way, if you guys are interested in telling me like who gets involved, like who wins and who all this, I really don't care. Like, you could all message me and be like, oh, I'm killing you at FPL. You probably are. Doesn't even get into my wheelhouse, mate. Okay, but I've picked my team. So DevFC is in, and I'm just going to check where I can get everything in here. So bear with me a second. Previous seasons, apparently I've done quite well, but I just don't care, do I? Okay, there's the league. There's leagues and cups. View league standings. It doesn't let me see anything. Where are you guys seeing this? Refresh. I see like 20 people. No way 20 people have just joined this live. There's no way. Bye, Dev. I gotta go. Take care, mate. All the best. Thank you so much. I see only me and Dev, FSR, whatever that means. My phone says there are only 3 people in it right now. So it's lagging. But where are you guys actually seeing it? Are you on fantasy? So you're on fantasy, and then you just click on the league? Oh, okay. No, I can see 3 now. I can't see Soham. I'm guessing it is just like, yeah, it's just updating. Fine. I can see Tyler Smith, and I can see Connor Oldmixon, who's in here. Dev S. Moy Mbuemo. Very good. Cunha for the win. All right, Tyler Smith, let's have a look at your team. It doesn't even let me look at the team. Why won't it let me look at the team? I hate this. Oh, shit. Okay, loads of people have joined now. I've got Revanth, I've got Hardik, Gareth, Ugachukwu, Romano, Agaz, Jordan, Valentin, Nick, Francis, Durant, Babash, Marco, James, Connor, Tyler, Aaron. Okay, there's loads of people now. They don't allow for now. What? I can't see your team. That's a bit dead. The Sober Coder, thank you very much for joining, and thank you also for becoming a member. I don't remember you doing that before, but I appreciate you. After the first week is when I can see your teams. Okay, cool. That is absolutely fine. Soham, I can see you. Yeah, Red Devils. I can see you. You can't see teams until game week 1 has passed. Okay, absolutely fine by me. Thank God for that. So anyone who wants to join the FPL League, just literally the top comment, the pinned comment in the chat, go over and do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay, like if you want to join it, fine. Just know that I will be doing a big old like prize for the winner. So go ahead and do that. And let's get the likes up, because now we've reached the part of the show where I'm going to talk you through who I think is going to make or going to have a good Premier League season. So it is going to be a really quick one. just to like share like a little tier list, basically. I think this is. I think he says hopefully. God, I hate technology. But there you go. So we got a little tier list going, which is sick. First tier list on YouTube for me, which is absolutely lovely. So you can see it right at the bottom. That's relegation. I know my head is kind of mixing it up, but then you've got just above it, you got lower mid table, 13th to 17th, higher mid table, 8th to 12th, lower mid table, UEL, UECL, UCL, and champions. So let's just go for it. I am going to go and take myself off the screen for now so you guys can still hear me, but then you don't need to see me get in everyone's way. Let's take off the top comment. There we are. So let's just go for it. I'm going to go for each team. Straight away, I'm going to have Arsenal. Wait. Okay, yeah, cool. I'm going to have Arsenal finishing in the UCL spots. I think they've had a fantastic window. Like getting Gyökeres, getting Zubamendi, I think is really solid. I don't think they're finished either. I think Kepa's a really good backup goalkeeper, and I think they are going to have a pretty good season ahead, but we're just going to have to wait and see how that holds up for them. But I do expect them to do quite well. Villa, I think will have a bit of fall from grace this season. I see them higher mid-table. I don't know why. I just don't think they're going to reach the heights that they reached last season. And the same goes for Bournemouth, who I'm stuck in here. I will change this at the end, but right now I'm putting Bournemouth there just because they've lost out on Kirk. Well, they lost Kirkesh, Zabarnyi, and the other defender that whose name escapes me. They've made a lot of money for it, but I don't see that they've actually done much, which is interesting. But yeah, so that's going to be quite a big fall off for them. Brentford, I think, will be lower mid-table. I think they'll struggle a lot. Losing Mbomo is one thing, but also losing your captain, Norgard, to Arsenal, and your manager, and getting Keith Andrews, which isn't a really inspired choice, is going to be a pretty tough one. Brighton, I think, will be in the Europa League Conference League spots, purely because they have done very well in their recruitment, but also if they keep Baleba, I think they'll make it. If not, we might have to revise this a little bit. Burnley is a relegation team. I don't see them doing anything special. I rarely see them doing many things special, and they haven't signed anywhere near the type of caliber of players that they need to stay in the league. So I'm going to let them go. Chelsea are going to be up with Arsenal for the UCL spots. No reason needed. They're a very good team, and I think they'll do very well. Palace, higher mid-table for them. I think they have gone from strength to strength, whereas Everton, I think, will be the one to fall out below them. So Everton, I like that they got Grealish. I like that they've got some good things going for them, but this too might switch over. But for now, I'm just not seeing it. Forest, on the other hand, I think will have a bit of a fall from grace this year. I really do. Whereas Fulham could reach the opposite. I'm going through these really quickly so I can explain my reasoning. But Leeds, I think lower mid-table. Unfortunately, we are going to see Liverpool lift the Premier League title again. I think City are going to be here. I think Man United can reach the Europa League spots quite comfortably if we sign a couple more players. I think Newcastle will be in and around there too. Tottenham, I see them going about higher mid-table. I don't see much higher than that. Lower mid-table, Sunderland, I think they'll stay up. West Ham, I think there too. I think Wolves will be there too. And obviously this can't happen because someone needs to get relegated. So great start, Dev. Who's going to get relegated in this? That's actually pretty difficult. Who is actually going to get relegated this season? Because that is a tough one. Man United are not going to be champions. I'll be honest. But I'm just going to go through these quickly. So I think that Leeds could be in trouble. I think Brentford could be in serious trouble, you know? Like serious trouble. And I think Sunderland are staying up. I think Wolves are staying up. West Ham. It could be Leeds. I think it's a bit of a dogfight. West Ham can't go down. They've spent too much money to go down. I'm going to go Leeds then. I don't think Leeds will go down. But I don't think Sunderland, like SDR Rob is saying Sunderland, I really don't think it will be. Man United will finish fourth. Chelsea will drop off. I'm going to do this, now that I've revised it, I'm going to do this more in terms of like place. So I do think that this will be the top four, like quite comfortably. I think United will be ahead of Brighton. I think Newcastle will be in ahead of them as well. So, UCL's fifth, isn't it? So, you know what? Screw it. Man United for Champions League. It won't be top four, but top five. Yeah, why not? I'm going to go Fulham. No, I'm going to go Spurs, sorry, to finish ahead of all these. I honestly think all this is accurate. I really do. What do you think? I haven't really given you guys much of a show just because I've just gotten really tired all of a sudden. But I think that will be it. I do. And this is all contingent on what happens for the rest of the window. Man United, as we know, need a midfielder. They need a goalkeeper. And I do think that there is a chance that we can get both of those players, which is why I'm going to put them there. This also, I think we're in the 5th and 6th territory. So this can easily switch out. I don't see anyone else getting in ahead of us, though, for that. Because I think we are in a position to be the best of the rest. These 4 are going to run away with it. They're going to, and it's going to be quite close. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to see City ahead of Chelsea. I think City will finish 3rd this season. I really do. Arsenal to come 2nd because that's what they do. But I do think it's actually close between them and Liverpool. If I was a betting man, I'd actually put my money on Arsenal. But that is the way I see this going. Honestly, I think it's going to be a pretty tight race. And this, I don't think is right. I think Burnley and Brentford are going down. Personally, I think Brentford will really struggle. Leeds, I don't think will go down, though. That's going to be a bit of a red herring for me if they do go down. Forest, I think, will be close to going. I think Sunderland will stay up. West Ham always do by the skin of their teeth. Wolves are usually quite far ahead, so I'll probably put them ahead of West Ham for that reason. But I think that's the way it's going to go. Really, I do. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to save the image. I'm going to save everything. Let me know what you think of that tier list. I mean, I'm going to leave now. I'm going to leave the stream and leave this live. But before we do, I do just have to say a massive thank you to all of you for the amount of effort that you've been putting into the shows. Like, all of you, I see how regular some of you guys are. Like, this is a very different type of show. No transfers, no nothing, but very, very fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed it because I know I did. So please do, if you are new, drop a like on the video. It helps more than you think. And make sure that you enjoy or check out some of the other channels that I've been linked with as well. And just like Soham says, we've got Opposite Nation, which I streamed earlier today. Hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll do another one too. And we'll all just enjoy what we're planning on there because it is quite random, but very fun. Oh, there you go. Chloe's doing one tomorrow. What are you playing, babe? She's going to play Zelda tomorrow. Join Opposite Nation tomorrow with Chloe as she plays Zelda. Last time she played for like 3-4 hours and it was lit. You play for 4 hours and it was lit. I really enjoyed it. So make sure that you give her some love when you're over there. And yeah, appreciate you all very, very much. As Mustafa United Barca says, it's time to say good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all of you. I'm going to go eat, get myself some energy back. I might need to shower because I just feel a bit gross all of a sudden. And I will see you very, very soon. Next show will be tomorrow, where I'll just go into a typical transfer news. Hopefully, we've got some big stuff on Jadon Sancho. We've got some big stuff on Belabor. We'll see what's going on with Garnacho. We'll see what's going on with everybody else. But as ever, if you've just caught the tail end of the show, make sure that you just wait about an hour when this goes live and you can check it out. I'm probably going to piece this out into 2 videos just, for pure tier predictions. But yeah, Dylan, no worries. You can go back and watch it, mate. And I've got, if you haven't already, the FPL code is the pinned comment in the chat. So just make sure you check that out. And I'm just going to refresh to see how many people are actually in this now. And yeah, we've got about 20 people in here, which is sick. So make sure you join up. And there's going to be a really good prize for the people who do win on like different parts of the channel, different parts of the season, sorry. So make sure you all enjoy it. And I will see you on the next show tomorrow, transfers, and then Football for Enemies on Saturday. Like I said, no live show on Sunday for the first game of the season because I will be going to the game, hopefully. If I'm not, I'll be here, but most likely I'll be there and I'll let you guys know. Link in the descriptions to all the socials to keep updated with everything. And if you want, I'll go over on Instagram now, pop all the information for the FPL league. And yeah, that is it for me today. I've done a lot of talking. I did an Opposite Nation stream earlier and I've done a lot of talking today. I'm just going to shut up and rest my weary voice and eat and have a shower. That's what I'm going to do. Hope you guys have a lovely evening and I'll see you on tomorrow's show at 7 p.m. as always. So take care, guys. Thank you as always for the support and I'll see you later.